good, y'all? Listen, look, I'm mad I even gotta say this.
Why are we acting like this is not egregious?
Don't get your fucking pro black.
There's nothing wrong with hate. You've got to hate some things with a passion. And destruction, they must dislike and hate with a passion.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl ZZ back with another video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications bell, get it short and thumbs up, share this mug, all that. You feel me? So today's video is going to be another reaction. We have some videos relating to the future, our children, all that jazz. But before we get into that, make sure y'all follow me on the gram. I don't know what that is. Follow me on the gram, follow me on Twitter. I mean X, whatever, but go do that right now.
I made it. I don't know how to woo very good. That's fair.
Come on, man. I hate this game.
Take notes, baby. Oh man, you guys suck, bro.
Let's go.
I don't know if y'all can see what I'm seeing because the messages on my screen, it looks really small. But it's like a little Siri or Alexa type situation going on, hanging around their neck, and they're talking to it. So just then, right then, like, what did he say? Let me see what the message said. He was talking about he was trash at the game, and the thing messaged him and said, "You're getting thrashed. It's embarrassing." So they're commentating. They can hear what the person is saying. This is essentially an imaginary friend. This is weird. This is some Black Mirror shit for sure. I do not recommend this at all. I'm sorry. And you know what's crazy? Because there's already an issue right now with children, not even just children, but people in general with having social anxiety, people not know how to talk to each other, even with men not knowing how to approach women, this whole feminist propaganda with women being scared of men or being scared of the natural interactions we're supposed to have with each other. So I think this is kind of adding on to that, because why are you talking to a robot around your chest instead of an actual human being? Why are you allowing a robot to tell you you're getting trashed or whatever, and it's embarrassing you're in the room with human beings who are literally telling you, like, bro, you suck. Why do you need the confirmation from somebody, from a thing around your neck? Like, this is not, and then not the EV. I know I keep the tinfoil bonnet on. If it's listening to your conversations, if it can hear what you're doing at all times, what else do you, like, who has access to that information outside of that company? Like, are they really your friend? Are we locked in? Are they not like us? I'm just saying. Who has access to that information? Regardless, I don't want anybody to have access to my everyday speak. That's just weird. Why would I want somebody just sitting there listening to what I'm saying? And why do you need a robot for comfort? Like, I mean, I'm not going to say why, because some people really do. Going back to my first point, some people really are lonely out here. Some people really do have social anxiety or don't understand social standards, don't know how to make friends, don't know how to talk to people, etc., etc. And so maybe those group of people might find this appealing, but this just looks very odd. This looks very weird. If I seen somebody with something around their neck and it was like, oh yeah, this is my friend. Oh yeah, look, they just said something funny. It's like, nigga, that's a robot. Are we being for real? Ew. Like, what? That's so weird. That's egregious. I'm just saying. I'll rate everything between. Okay, so apparently the WNBA star Britney Griner, she's having a child. She's having a child with her wife, and I think the baby's actually been born, if I'm not mistaken, by now. So I think this is a little old, but this is her in an interview talking about parenthood.
Hard and really scary. You're about to be a mom. How is that feeling? Pops. Oh, let me get it together. About to be a pops. Please tell me how exciting that is for you and what you're looking forward to most.
I'm super excited. Well, I mean, I guess I'll just drop it. He's here. So he's here. Yes. 7'8", 24. Yeah. 7 pounds, 8 ounces. Yeah. That's my man.
I love that.
He is amazing.
About to be a pops is insane. That's literal insanity, brother. I'm sorry, sister. I'm slipping up my damn self. Sister, you ain't no damn pops. You can never be a pops. You can never be a daddy, a father, a daddy-o, a dad, a granddaddy, baby. It ain't your name. You are a woman. Point blank period, baby. You ain't mom, stepmom, mother, ma dukes, whatever, however you want to put it. But baby, you ain't no damn daddy. I'm sorry. And I feel this is my problem with those who practice anti-sexual behavior. How is this going to affect the children? Because when you're walking around and your name is Britney, first of all, your name is Britney Griner. It's not like your name is Brandon Griner. Your name is Britney Griner. You're in the WNBA with other women and you're running around telling your child that you're his father? What? Do you know how confusing that will be to his friends? I mean, you wouldn't be a child of one of my damn friends. I ain't let my child go with nobody else who think their mother is the daddy and the daddy is mom or whatever the hell. No, my child won't be over there. But for the children that may be in close proximity to their child, what? I mean, how do parents even go about, explaining that to somebody to a little child who's only 4 or 5? When there's something, they told me, Lil Brian told me that's his dad. Even though he playing the NWA, his name was Britney. That's his dad, apparently. Like, and even for the psychological development of that child, how do you logically explain that to a child that me and mommy are the same? We really the same, but I'm the dad and she's the mom. It does not make sense. Unless you're just trying to pick up that label because really you still believe in, heteronormative positions or however the fuck you want to put it, natural positions that we're supposed to be in. You're still in alignment with that, but you're living outside of that alignment. That's still confusing. It's still illogical. So how are you going to explain that to a child, babe? You're a mom. You're their mom. I mean, even if you didn't try to put, I don't even agree with that. I was about to say, maybe if you try to put just say parent, I'm the parent. Maybe you a genderless parent. But that don't even make sense. Let's just be real. Ain't no kid walking around talking about some, hey, parent. Like, it's unrealistic. So, yeah, I'm not for that. I mean, best of luck to that child. I'm praying for the protection of that baby and that baby grows up and understands the logical ways of life, the natural ways of life and understanding the differences in men and women and that there are biological, psychological, intellectual, all types of differences between men and women and that we can never be the same and that we're supposed to actually live in, harmony with one each other because we do need one another. But we cannot ever be one another. All right, let's move on.
Whoa. Suck my dick.
Whoa.
Big ass. Your titties long. Look at it. Ugly as shit. Just like your mother. Just like your mother. Better than you. I know. Look at you. I know she big did. Ass hoop on your body. I know. You wish you looked that. You wish you did. You did. I know. Your dick don't work because you don't have one. You don't have one. Take your pussy ass on. Suck my dick and go hit on, bitch.
Oh, no, that ain't it. I'm sorry. Now, I understand that these children can be hella disrespectful. I understand that children can kind of take it too far. And we are still human. We still have emotions. We still have feelings. We can still be triggered, etc., etc. And so this is not my first time seeing, in real life, I've seen teachers go back and forth with students, catty arguments. But to go to this extent, for you to be telling a child that he don't have a penis, one, that's a little predatory. It's a little weird. It's not a little strange coming from a grown ass woman saying that to a child. It's a little weird talking about what he don't or do not have in his pants. It's fucking weird. All right. But two, it's just totally unprofessional. It's totally inappropriate for an adult to be saying that, for a teacher, moreover, to be saying that to a student. That's just it. That's wrong. And where my problem really lies is the reaction of the teacher. You cannot be so reactionary. And I get it. We all human. We all make mistakes, etc., etc. But baby, when you sign on that dotted line, when you agree to be a teacher, you are agreeing to a certain level of authority, a certain position to be held, and just certain boundaries to never be crossed. This is one of them. If a child is coming at you, baby, you have sometimes you just gotta take yourself out of the situation, ignore it, let them talk. These kids gonna talk. Your long titty, no, never have it. This is what come on, kids been doing that for years, going on teachers. I'm not saying it's right. But what I'm saying is I've seen this plenty of times that teachers been able to take their emotions out of it and say, you know what, this is still a child. Let me just go ahead and get the principal. Let me go ahead and get security. Let me go ahead and call a parent. Let me go ahead and do whatever steps need to be done to either remove yourself or remove that child from that situation, from out of your proximity, so it doesn't go any further. Then I said I had similar commentary when I seen a little 16-year-old. This was like last year. I forgot, I did a rant on it, but it was like a little 16, 15-year-old girl who got into a fight with the teacher because the teacher was taking her phone, and the teacher didn't want to give her phone, and the teacher's hiding the phone she had in her hand, and she's trying to make her reach for it. I'm like, girl, are you an older sibling? Are you a young, older cousin or something like that? Because that's the behavior that she was displaying, not a teacher. It's never that deep. If a kid is threatening to do whatever for their phone or curse you out, baby, take the phone. But you won't be coming back to my classroom. Baby, take the phone, but we're going to have a conversation with your parents. Baby, take the phone, but you're going to be suspended for 2 weeks. Baby, take the phone, but you're going to be, because it's never worth, these kids, all you're doing is further traumatizing the kids and making them want to rebel more. You're not about to beat the hell out of a kid and expect them, oh yeah, they just ain't dealt with the right one yet. You're not about to embarrass the hell out of a kid and think, oh yeah, they just ain't, like, what? Do you think he went home and was like, oh my God, you know what? I'm never going to talk to a teacher like that. That was just so embarrassing. No, he was going on her ass too. Really, one of the kids was laughing at him more than her. When he go back to school, they're gonna be like, "Oh, bro, you funny as shit. You said she was she got a fupa and she got the." His friends gonna hype him up off that. He might get reprimanded from the administration and from his parents. But do you realistically think he's going to go back to school and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm never going to talk to a teacher like that again"? No, not based off that interaction. Maybe the consequences he got afterwards. Prayerfully, I think she should be fired. That is totally inappropriate. I'm sorry. There's no, I don't give a damn if you going through you got menopause, maybe on your period, you pregnant. I don't care what, I really don't give a damn what it was. Because if that was my child, baby, I would be up there. You're going to have to address me. I don't give a fuck what he said to you. I'm going to address him. Best believe it. Because we got to correct these kids. He wrong as hell. That little boy wrong as hell. I would have been on his line. His daddy would have been on his line. That wouldn't even happen. Probably. My kids won't have them type of problems. I'm going to teach my kids more respect for that. But we will handle him. But I'm going to handle you for trying to handle my damn. You don't talk to my child. You don't tell my child. Like, you don't say nothing predatory like that to my damn child. That's egregious. And it's totally inappropriate. And I won't have it. I wouldn't have it. I don't know about this little boy parents, but I damn sure wouldn't have it. This is why we have to teach our children. You have to teach your children respect. You have to teach your children boundaries. You have to teach your children safety precautions to protect themselves. Because ultimately, even if a child is in the right, even though they're a child, especially for a Black child, specifically for Black children, even if they are emotionally triggered or they're just upset and, maybe they're not that disrespectful all the time and they just got snappy that day or something happened to them or maybe the teacher was antagonizing them. They just, went off. Children have to know that some of these adults, whether they Black or not, adultize them. A lot of our society promotes the adultizing of our children. They have to grow up faster. They have to. They're promoted to grow up faster. They're given more responsibility faster than other children. And so with that, you have to keep in mind that that's something you have to tell your children. Hey, look, I know you 13, you 14, you got a smart mouth, you you're going through puberty, whatever the case may be. But look, if you speak like that to the wrong adult, they will beat your ass, like for real. Just like that little 16-year-old and that grown-ass woman with the teacher. You would think the teacher would know how to walk away. You would think the teacher would just say, hey, let me call administration. Let me step outside the classroom. Let me get her outside the class. Let her have it. You would think. Because it's not worth it at the end of the day. However, some people don't give a damn. Some people, just like this teacher here, they going to go off. They going to go right back at you. They don't care if you honestly, they don't even care if you hit them first. You get a little too loud, you get a little too bucked up, you get a little too close, they're going to hit you. And best believe 9 times out of 10, or at least maybe even if they high schoolers, maybe like 6 times out of 10, whatever. But there's a high chance that they can overpower you, boy or girl, because they're a teacher. Matter of fact, I done seen grown-ass male teachers have to get on the lines of little boys too. I done seen this on the other side with men. Fighting little boys inside the school, putting them in chokeholds, all types of stuff because the little boy that bucked up his chest a little too much. He think he grown. He think he could stand on business with this grown-ass man. And then he found out the hard way that that's still a grown-ass man. So you have to teach your children to ultimately protect themselves, baby. They got it. They're the teacher. I'm going to let my parents handle it. If it's that deep, if I feel like I need to fight that hard, let me get my mother on the phone. Let me get my daddy on the phone because they need to come up here and fight for me. You fighting that fight, you're always going to lose. 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose because they're going to look at you as a disrespectful ass child, especially because you a black child. They ain't got no fucking sympathy for you. Get that disrespectful ass nigga. That little nigga need to go to jail. Put that little nigga in juvie. That's how a lot of these, even teachers, principals, a lot of these people think of our black children. Moreover, specifically black male children, our black boys. So we have to teach them, and look, you got to be mindful of who you're around. You got to be mindful of what you say. You got to be mindful of how you say things. You got to be mindful of how people may react and clock. Pay attention to how people react because you might not want to go too far with that person. You might just want to shut the hell up and sit back until later because you might just end up hurting, and it's not worth it. It's not worth getting a couple laughs from your peers. It's not worth, just feeling like you done bossed up and, you done got one up on the teacher. It's not worth it when you walk around with a black eye because a teacher done knocked your ass out or you knocked unconscious. You wake up in the hospital. You did all types of things. So, and especially with, I reacted to a little while ago, some governor, who is this, in Florida or something like that? They was trying to get teachers to have guns. So now it's really now you really risking your life. If that, I don't think that bill was passed or anything. It was something they was trying to push. But if that were the case, you telling me you're gonna buck up on the teacher with a especially if you're a suspected white supremacist, they got a little block in their desk and they get a little too emotional. You know, these white men especially, they get real emotional. That white male masculinity is very fragile. Please best believe. We have to be mindful. We have to be mindful. We have to teach our children to be respectful ultimately and to let our parents fight that fight because you cannot go up against a child can't go up against an adult. A student can't go. There's a power dynamic that you can't balance out as a child. You can't balance out as a student. You just cannot. They're always going to have an advantage, especially with the school, because the school is more than likely to go with the teacher's side than anybody else's. They're going to want to back the teacher because that's their staff. So you already got things working against you that you can't even control, baby. Let your parents deal with it. Even if you pull your phone out to record, you be quiet. You tell your mom, you go to FaceTime with your mom, just tell them what's going on. Whatever the case may be. But make sure that it should never come to that. Anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think she should be fired? What did you think of the whole friend thing situation, the imaginary friend? What did you think of Britney Griner being a pops? Baby, you a mom. Don't play like that. Other than that, baby, that's all I got. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Bye, y'all. Peace.
We do not play but our friend. You fuck with the team. Might find your West in the creek. We crossing our T's. We don't never miss a beat.